here's the essence of a trauma bond. A trauma bond is, you broke me, but you're the only one who can fix me. 7 stages of trauma bonding. Number 1, love bombing phase. By the way, here's the essence of a trauma bond. A trauma bond is, you broke me, but you're the only one who can fix me. It starts with a love bomb. Now here's what's weird about a love bomb. A love bomb feels awesome. It's somebody who tells you, you're the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me. I love you so much. I've never loved like this ever in my life. You are it for me. It's a love bomb. Here's what's weird. If you come from a healthy relationship, a healthy parental relationship, that actually feels normal. If you come from an unhealthy relationship, that's what you've always looked for. Unhealthy relationships and healthy relationships usually start the same way, with a love bomb. And then it goes to trust and dependency. So they do everything that they can to cause you to trust them and depend upon them. I just need you to trust me. I need you to depend on me. And then number 3, it's the criticism stage. Slowly they start to criticize you. They begin to criticize decisions that you make, and they become more demanding. They blame you for things. Number 4 is manipulation or gaslighting. The term gaslighting comes from a 1930s play where a husband would turn down the gas lights in the house until they flickered. And when his wife said, "Are the lights flickering?" he'd say, "No, are you crazy?" And he finally had her committed to a mental institution. That's gaslighting. It's manipulation. They change the story on you so many times that you get confused, and they try to push their narrative consistently and constantly on you, and you begin to doubt your own perception. Number 5 is the giving up of control stage. You no longer know what to believe, and your only way of experiencing the good feelings of stage 1 is by giving in and doing things their way. Then it leads to the losing yourself stage. When you fight back, things only get worse. You'll settle for anything to have some peace and make the fight stop, and you begin to lose confidence. Now listen, this is going to hit some of you pretty hard, because you're realizing that's what you have right now. Now, there's 2 types of people in these relationships. One is the person who it's being propagated on. The other is the person who's propagating it. Many times it's a narcissist that's doing this. And the narcissist, listen to me, some of them know that they're a narcissist, and many of them don't know that they're a narcissist. You know how a narcissist is created? A narcissist is created by parents who never let their child have real feelings. They constantly tell their child, "Stop crying. You're not hurt. That doesn't hurt you. You're not in love. You don't know what love is." And so as they age, they begin to cling so tightly to their own feelings and their own emotions that they're not able to see anybody else. That's why it's important when your child cries, instead of saying, "Stop crying," say, "Tell me why you're crying." Use empathy. I do 2 things when my kids ask questions, or when they're crying, or when they're going through something. And I use this for my 4-year-old all the way up to my 24-year-old. Number 1, I use empathy. I'll say, "That must feel terrible." I have 2 daughters who are in college, and they're in different colleges, but in the same city, and they're rooming together. And trust me, chaos. It's like Russia and the United States of America in 1985. I mean, it's the Cold War, baby. And they'll both call me. And so I say, "That must feel terrible. How did it feel when your sister did that?" "Oh, I'm so sorry, babe." "What do you think you should do?" Why? I'm creating strong leaders. I'm not just trying to tell them how to feel. Because this is real. You begin to lose yourself. You lose confidence. And then number 7 is the dangerous one. And that is, you get addicted to the cycle. You've had a lifetime filled with cortisol. Everything in your life is so stressful. You go home, you never know what you're going to expect. And it's just stress, stress, stress. And you just need a morsel. Just give me a morsel of love. If you'll just fulfill my needs. And then they do every now and then. They give you a little bit of dopamine drip. They tell you, "Hey, look, I'm sorry. I'm never going to do that again. I know, please don't leave. I know that I shouldn't have done that." And you believe in them so much, you give another chance. And now you're addicted to a cycle of cortisol and dopamine. This is why people in these kind of relationships are they can be amazing and then get addicted to drugs or do something wild that you never dreamed that they would do, because they're just trying to cope.